Hello and welcome to this post-national edition of Big Scott 35 Cards, where I'm just going to go and show you the hits that I have, and it's going to be a kind of a longer video because I tried to do videos while I was there. Nothing wanted to work right, so I just gave up. I was tired in the evenings, didn't want to fight it, and I said, you know what, I'll just make one at the end with my pickups and thoughts. So let's take a look and see what I got. Boxes in the back. They're just from a couple of boxes I broke, opened up in the room at night. I'll show you my hits from those in a little while, go over some of them. Below it is going to be a box of Virginia Panini, and I thought it was pretty cool. I love Virginia. I'll show you some more Virginia stuff here in a little while. It was a box for like, I think 24 packs for $15, I think it was, or $12. It was pretty cheap, and I'll show you the couple of hits I got from those I was pretty happy with. And then PC picking up caps, a few caps from boxes, like dollar boxes, some Gretzky's I got out of Upper Deck, bunch of working on my Mets Topps team set. 70s, a few 60s stuff. I hit those up pretty good there. These were pretty unique. This will go with my Met stuff, but it's a sheet of Chef Boyardee with Keith Hernandez, but it's got Tony Gwynn, Ozzie Smith, Ryan Sandberg. I love those 80s and 70s players, so that was pretty unique. And then the Wonder Stars with the Wonder Bread. I used to collect these. Got them out of loaves of bread. Mine are not that good. Of course, it's a sheet of them. And Howard Johnson, Ken Griffey, Kevin Mitchell, which actually when he was a Met, I used to love Kevin Mitchell. I had a t-shirt of him with the Mets. And then Jerome Walton. Something about that real quick. The guy was charged me, he goes, I got to charge you $15, and then we totaled up the price, and then he gave me $25 off the total price of everything that was there. So, you know, one of those things. And then I really worked on my 71 PC. I picked up over 30 slabs while I was there. These are all 7 and above, quite a few high numbers, short prints. That's what I was kind of looking for. Not everything, but talk to people about collecting them, some of the harder ones, some information that I didn't know, something about finding the ones that were on the right side of the sheets that were cut that year. There are a lot of the miscuts pretty bad. He said a name, and I cannot remember the name to save my life, but he was very informative, and I really appreciate the knowledge that I learned from that gentleman that sold me probably about a third of these. So that was pretty cool. One of them is the Al Weiss 7 here, high number short print. And I really didn't, I mean, they're going to be probably roughly, you know, around $15 is probably the average I paid for them. But finding the card raw and then getting them slabbed would have been more than that. So that's why I did it that way. But that's the majority of my pickups from the show. Like I said, I was PC hunting. The 71s are really, I mean, I got a long way to go. I believe I got the last card, which is 752, Dick Drago. So you know, 752, and I got 30 of them already slabbed. I got probably about 100 raw. I did pick up two that I had raw, or I got those graded, which one of them is this Tim Foley. So that one will go to my Mets binder. So it wasn't a bad pickup for that one. So I'll be right back with you to go over more of what I picked up. So here's two jerseys I picked up. I was not expecting to pick up either or. I've been pricing the Gary Carters. They're hard to find, and they're always pricey because he's passed away probably a decade now, so they're hard to get a hold of. And I did not have luck with a lot of Gary Carter stuff. I think there was another gentleman there that was there a day before me that was going through and getting the Gary Carters, from what I was understanding, because I was asked twice, oh, am I the Gary Carter guy that is on blowouts and all that stuff, trying to buy the Gary Carter stuff? And I believe he was there getting stuff, but that's okay. Wasn't a bad day. I have a lot of Gary Carter stuff. I was just trying to get it slabbed, but that's for another day. Sunday, I was walking around and noticed number 50. That was the only thing you could see in the bag. I couldn't make out the name. I could make out the R and the S, and I said, no way. And I flipped it over, and it had all the attributes of Ralph Lee Sampson Jr. So I was like, get out of here. Ralph Sampson got a great deal on this. I tried to get a little bit better since it was Sunday and they were already priced it down. It is his Virginia jersey. I told my dad, and I had him guess, and I go, he wore number 50, and he goes, Ralph Sampson. Yep. And I was not planning on that, but man, what a great pickup. What a great pickup for a Virginia fan like me. And I'm really looking for Virginia stuff right now. That's on my list of PCs. So there are two great pickups, and I will be getting those framed tomorrow. There were some, it took some digging, but I did find some deals in there. And you had, you know, if you didn't go right to the cases, of course the cases, that's the jewels of the things there, but you go to the boxes, that's the stuff that their people are trying to get rid of. And I did find some stuff, like I have these cards already, but I found better cards, and you know, maybe one day I will get them. You know, I have a stack of cards right now that I need to get PSA graded, and I'm going to send a stack in this week. But this is the first one: Dave Parker, Dave Winfield. There's a rookies, and Mike Schmidt. I have to look it up. I have seen where this was listed as a rookie before, but I believe it's a second-year card. But I have to look that up. I should have looked it up before. But like I said, I have all these. I have a Dave Winfield, and it's really in bad shape. Dave Parker and Mike Schmidt, not too bad. But I thought, you know, this Mike Schmidt's got a little damage at the top. So this one might not go in. But I just liked it. And I think you had to I think I got 10 cards. No, I bought 15 cards for $10 from this guy. So I got those and some other Mets cards that you saw laid out. And in the Panini boxes, I picked up one Todd Jerome card, Virginia card. And then the other one, I was sitting in the VIP lounge just relaxing, opening up a box of Chrome tops, and a guy had two sleeves of the silver packs where he was looking for the Zion. He got one, but he pulled one of these out, and he goes, here you go. I was wearing my Virginia stuff. He goes, you will probably like this more than me, and I really appreciate that. And that was going on a lot there. You saw a lot of people just giving cards in the VIP room. People were just leaving their stacks. They were buying boxes and only pulling out the hits and leaving the base cards. So kids and other people would come in and go through them and see what team they were collecting, and you saw that, and that was pretty cool. And I'll go over more of that at the end of this video. Getting sidetracked already. Next, man, I wasn't planning on getting any Star Wars. It was not on my list. I couldn't pass it up. A Gem Mint 10 on a 1977 Stormtroopers. Now, I have some of these from 77 from when I collected them as a kid, but I don't have a Gem Mint 10 in this one, and I love Stormtroopers. Sometimes I'll do some Star Wars stuff. My monthly stuff I'll have at the end of the month. I do my pickups, and you'll see Star Wars cards. So I wanted to show that off, and also my big find, the 77 Wonder Bread Star Wars complete set. I mean, these look mint. I could not believe it. I asked the lady how she found them. I have some of these, but they came out of Wonder Bread, and they did not look like this. And if I remember correctly, they didn't have them in anything. They were just sitting in a bag of bread raw, and you dug into them. I was a kid that if it was a card in it, my parents had to get it. Macaroni and cheese, everything. So mine was not that good, but I really appreciate that. And as I was saying, I bought a Panini box of Virginia players, alumni, and I got a Joe McCarthy, which I believe he probably should have or could have won the Silver Spikes if he didn't get hurt the year that he got drafted. Yeah, big player, played on the team. I don't believe he was on the team that won the World Series. I think he was drafted by then, if I remember correctly. If you know better than me, let me know. Justin Anderson. And my autograph was Chris Taylor, which plays for the Dodgers. So I was happy with that. I was kind of hoping for either Zimmerman or Ralph Sampson, Olden Polynice, but I'll take Chris Taylor. What I was upset about, though, in this box was they didn't have either one of the Barber twins, no Herman Moore, no Sean Moore. I was really perplexed by that. And there was a couple other football players they didn't have. I didn't have Othell Wilson, but he didn't play NBA, I don't think, or like karate. But, I was joking with my dad. I was hoping they had Matt Blunden in there, because that was when I was a young man and there were situations where you didn't use your real name. That was my go-to fake name, Matt Blunden, the Mr. Do-It-All for Virginia. And he played NFL for the Chiefs, but he also played basketball at University of Virginia. I opened up a box of Leaf game fabrics, and I pulled out, I believe there are 5 cards. Number 25 Patrick Ewing patch, and this Phenoms, David Robinson, Barry Sanders, Mark McGuire, and Brian Leach. I had 3 others, but I've already sold them. Larry Bird, a Twins with 8 different players on it, and I forget what the other one was. Oh, Gale Sayers and I believe Hall was on it together. Bobby Hall, the original. So I sold that actually earlier today at my card shop, because and I'll talk about that in a minute. Opened up a box of Optic Mega Box. They had the $40 or $50 Mega Box was marked down to $20 from last year's Optic, and they had blaster boxes down to $10. So I picked up one of each, and I meant to go back on Sunday and pick up another box of the blaster. I got this auto out of it, Bobby Bradley from Cleveland. I really don't know much about him. It doesn't say rookie on it or anything. First baseman. But that was it. I was kind of shocked I got that, but I did also open up a box of Prism to get their redemption wrapper redemption, but you can buy their packs there at different vendors. Albert Pujols, numbered to 50, was one of the bigger pulls I pulled out of it, and my autos were with the non-auto. And then Steve Gallslaves, and I believe this numbered to 35, which hopefully has a pretty good career, so that one will pay off in the future. Ryan Barucki, which he's on a bad Toronto Blues pitching staff, so I don't know much about him other than he's on that pitching staff. And then this was by far the best pull I got out of that box, Victor Robles, and I don't think it was numbered. Opened a box of Topps. I believe I thought I was picking up Series 2, but I think I accidentally picked up a Series 1, but that was okay. Patrick Wisdom, 84. Rookie card. I picked these up so you got 2 packs of their redemption, and it was a pretty cheap box. I got it after they marked them down. Numbered to 50, Andrew Benintendi, game used memorabilia. I seem to pull a lot of Benintendi mem stuff. And then you always get one of these type of deals, this medallion. It counts as one of your mem cards. I don't really like that at all. They say 2 mem, it's numbered to 50. It says 2 mem cards and an autograph, and this is one of them. First thing, I think the day before I left, the Chrome boxes, Chrome came out. So I stopped and got, first thing I got, when I got there, I went to Topps, or to David Adams, picked up a box of Chrome, and I was already hearing a bunch of bad things about it on the floor. And I opened up a box. I watched a couple videos in my room of it that night, but this was weird. I got a Chrome rookie autograph redemption of Christian Stewart. Looks like it's just a regular one. And then a couple of packs later, I got a purple refractor parallel of Christian Stewart. So do I go ahead and go for the rainbow of redemptions? So I got 2 redemptions of the same person. Go figure that one out. Another Ryan Barucki rookie card. Tukey Tersant blue to 150. And Brad Keller. And I attempted to record this in my room and upload it, and I had so many issues. That's why I did not make any videos while I was there. I'll talk more about that after this when I go over my thoughts. So it's going to be a little bit longer video, but hopefully not too terribly long. We'll try to go through it pretty quick. We're almost done. Topps Masterpiece, which is one of my favorite box, or Topps Museum, I mean. My canvas was Ozzie Smith. I got a JD Martinez out of 150. Eddie Rosario, I mean, out of 50 mem. Cal Tucker out of 50, which I think he's got a bright future. Supposedly he's doing real well in the minors. Micah Kopech for the White Sox, and I don't think this one was numbered. It wasn't. Dual patch auto, rookie patch auto, RPA, and then a quad, which was numbered to 25 for Ryan Braun. Really happy with that one. Ryan Braun's days are far behind him, but he's still a popular player in Milwaukee. So, and I like him. He had the one problem where he had to sit out. And now we're going to go through my wrapper redemptions. I did buy a box of O-Pee-Chee hockey, and I sold that to. I opened it and sold it to my card shop here in town because he needs hockey stuff. I pulled out the 3 Caps players, and I sold the rest to him. But I got the Rapper Redemption, and I gave him all of those as well. And I kept the Victor Robles out of 75 auto. It's a sticker auto, but a lot of them, these redemptions, is going to be that way because they're quick doing it. So I was real happy with that one. Panini Redemption, really don't like this product at all. I probably, when I go back to the National, I probably won't even touch this stuff unless somebody gives me something. 99 Mookie Betts, and I'll go touch on that in a little while. 50 Alex Bregman. Shohei Ohtani, purple, and that one is numbered to 99. Pretty card, real pretty card. You know, they can't have the Angels on there, and this year I don't know why Panini keeps making the stuff, because people just don't want it because it doesn't have the team logos on it. Vlad Guerrero, I need to put this in a new piece of plastic, or figure out how to get that wrinkle out. Makes the card look worse than what it is. And Vlad Guerrero mem card, rookie, and non-numbered. Just a white patch. I'm sure it's player worn, and that's it. Well, it says player used material guaranteed by, but it doesn't say game used. So player used, I don't put it on while I was signing probably. And man, Topps again with their redemption. They knock it out of the park every year. I didn't get a hit like I did last year, but I mean, I got a Cal Tucker number to 5. And yeah, right. Where is that number in that here? Oh, right here. Hard to see. Chrome, Bowman Chrome. And man, nice thick stock, heavy duty cards. Really nice cards. Ricky Henderson, number to 50. Juan Soto, number to 50. Like I said, I didn't get any auto. Oh, I did get one auto, but these numbered cards, man, geesh, out of 25, Bob Gibson. I like the numbered cards, and this was my auto out of 25, Jose Martinez. Not the greatest of autos, not the one you will be looking for, but man, these cards were just amazing. I went back the last day and bought 2 boxes of Stadium Club to hopefully get Alonso or McNeil auto out of them. Haven't opened them yet, but I did that solely to get to the redemption. And I'll go over all of that here in a little bit, my thoughts. And now we're going to do my pickups. I was auto hunting, autos and PC. So first, something else I really was not looking for. TJ Oshie, kind of cover up the price because I didn't pay what the price is showing. I really used some of the information from watching other YouTubers and talking to them. And this year, I don't like to negotiate. But man, I just ask questions, and you know, one guy got a little snippy with me, and I was like, man, I'm just asking, and all you gotta do is say no. He goes, I know. He just having a bad day, I guess, and it was early in the week. It was before a show opened on Friday. So TJ Oshie, Caps. But for most part, most people know. And Holby, Caps on pucks, man. I thought they were unique. I like them. I was looking for these before on the pucks, and I just couldn't find anything last time I went to them. And when I go to the Virginia show in Northern Virginia, that's when I really look for Capital stuff. But I got good deals on this. Guy took like $15 off of what the asking price at the end of it. And then at Baseball Card Exchange, every day, twice a day, morning, in the afternoon. Well, I take that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, periodically, every few hours, they put out a few things, new stuff for that are specials, and this was one of them. Jim Rice, I Love the Green Monster. It was $39, I believe, authenticated. Again, one of those players from my childhood that, you know, I liked a lot, even though he was in Boston. One of my best friends, if not, well, in my group of best friends. He loved him. Big Boston fan. This guy I met in person when I was a little kid. He autographed came and autographed at a Little League tournament I was at, and he autographed the 1974 card for me in person, and he takes the time to talk to kids, and I was younger then, and yeah, he was a really nice guy. Brooks Robinson, again, $5 at Baseball Card Exchange. And I basically bought that one and this one just, 8x10s to hang up in my sports room. And this is Russian Rocket Pavel Bure, one of the guys that I really enjoyed watching. This $5 again. And this wasn't even this was on the other side. I walked around the other side and they had deals there all week. Some good, nice jerseys and ones I didn't like, or, players I wasn't looking for, but they had some good stuff there, especially if you're, like me and looking for players you kind of idolize. Again, $5 to pretty much for wall art in my sports room. And Bob Feller. Gosh, this was like $3 maybe? I don't think it might have been $5. And Hall of Fame placard. I went back and they had, the Thursday I went, they had Frank Thomas there in the morning for $39. I missed that, and had Hall of Fame inscription. They had these there with Hall of Fame inscriptions. Now catch this, for $59. The postcards. I don't know. A baseball was $39, but if it had a Hall of Fame inscription, it was $59, and if it was just a plain, just like this, it was $39. And I didn't get it. I didn't understand that. I was a little perplexed with that. But I got the Bob Feller. I like that one. And that one be framed and go up in my room somewhere. And this is just my VIP pass, but it had Kobe on it. A couple of people remarked on that. For me, I wasn't all that. I saw it. I wish it was 100 different ones I saw, but Kobe, and I'll be hanging on to this just my fourth time going to the National and getting a VIP, which in Chicago, just to be able to go sit down in a room that's kind of away from everything, and just open up cards, go through things. I went through my list, and again, I'm getting off subject, but it was nice to have. Now these are my pickups. I went and I was wearing my Virginia stuff every day, and I'll go over why I did that. But guys from Virginia saw me at a table they were working at, and we struck up a conversation. So I ended up, I picked up some stuff for my card shop, some Baker Mayfields and Saquon Barkley. But they had a lot of Mets stuff there, and they were having a good special. Then he took more off of it. So $2.99 lumber and leather, Ahmad Rosario, and this is a good product. It's just unlicensed, so you can get it pretty cheap. Jeff McNeil, stripe, 3-piece. Really like that. It's great for my PC. Diamond Kings, Nora Syndergaard. Now see, I didn't buy boxes of either one of these, but man, I could pick this stuff up, and it was not bad price at all. They had it listed, giving off half, and I got even more off of that. Ronnie Mauricio, which this auto for Bowman is $300-400 some cases. I got this next to nothing just because it's unlicensed. And of course, would I rather have the other one? Sure, but this is still a nice auto. It says Go Mets, so pretty cool. Doc Gooden out of 20. Archives, I believe 2018, if I can read that. Yes, Signature Series out of 20. 88 card. and I believe it truly is an 88. It's not a reprint. I think this is a buyback. They stamp. I like that. And a Conforto. So got a good deal. I can't remember what the deal was on it, but I was real happy with it, of course, because I got it. And then one morning when I went in early, I found a table. Well, let me get these are the two bigger ones I got from the same guy. I got these separated in my pile. Jeff McNeil, 2 Jeff McNeil autos. And I did get one other thing from that table, but I'm kind of saving that from last. And this guy had a lot of flawless, definitive, the higher end stuff. And again, I am not going to buy a box of that. But the guys I'm looking for out of it are really not the really high end pricey stuff, which I don't know what is, because this is a 101. I got this 101, and this is a Topps Gallery 101, so I wasn't expecting it to be tremendously high priced. Got that 101. And this is a Topps Dynasty high-end product out of 10, 9 out of 10. Look at the patch on that thing. Beautiful patch. And again, look at the patch on this out of 50. And this is out of what? I can't remember what brand this was. Oh, 5-star. 5-star. So this is like high end, but it's not the high end stuff. It's still pricey stuff. And man, I got these. I bought these 4 for less than the price of a box of 5-star. Which I've already thought of. I never make New Year's resolutions, but I will have one this year. And that's a teaser for when we come around in January for my next year stuff. A little teaser. So, you know, I'm picking up 71s. I showed you a bunch of the base already. So I know some of the rookies and other cards in that set are just tremendously priced in the 7s, and what I'm going to do is try to get the base and the stuff that's not so pricey, and try to just get that as in bulk as much as possible, and then go after the ones that are really expensive over the 7 mark. But I did get some placeholders until that day comes, so I can say that I have them in my set. So I got this very good to excellent 4 Thurman Munson, and it is not a good 4, but it is a 4. It has a lot of whiting on it, a little crooked, but it's a placeholder. I got the Willie Mays, very good to excellent, and again, these 71s, when it's a 4, you know it's a 4. It ain't a hard. You can almost be a blind man to see why it's a 4, and why it's so hard to have them grade. And this Ted Williams is in a 6, so that's a pretty good grade for me, and I got a pretty good price on that. So that one will probably be, you know, I'll be hard pressed, because I'll be happy with 6s as well for these top guys. That's what I set out to do. Was 6 was kind of my low end, but man, these higher end cards in a 6, that Thurman Munson is 6, you better be ready to give a chunk of change. And now this one as well, authentic altered Hank Aaron, and I couldn't see when it says authentic altered. I could see the cut at the top. It's not straight, or it's either not straight or the printing on it is crooked. But man, it looks better than the 4s, I can tell you that. So it's PSA authenticated, and I will take it. The back, you can really see the top on the back, how it's not a straight line. Like, you can't tell if the printing is off or when they cut it wrong. But yeah, and I got those 4 cards, I believe, for $80. So I was happy to get those, and I think the biggest ones was the 4.5 Thurman, which is a killer. Willie Mays and Ted Williams. So I'm very happy to have those for my 71s. Like I said, I got 32. I picked up 32 71s this weekend. So ecstatic about that. Now you saw my McNeil's. I did pick up this. Like I said, there was deals to be had. I went through boxes of anywhere from Gem Mint 10 down to Mint 9. It might have had some near Mint 8s and 7s in the boxes. But I got this Conforto for $10 rookie card. Last year, people were asking $80, $90 for it, and I couldn't get it fast enough in my hand. I mean, Conforto, $10, and it's already rifled through. I know some other people went through and cherry picked a lot of stuff. I did not find this table till Sunday, and there was an area where it seemed like for collectors like me that were trying to get like PC and stuff, there was one side that was great for that. When you got to the middle, again, I'm off track, and I'll go over this more in detail. When you got to more of the middle, it started getting where guys were higher end stuff. I'll go ahead and do this one real quick. Of course, I was looking. You saw I showed a couple of McNeil autos. Always on a hunt for this man too. Now this card is a 1. It's number 5 of 50, and this was given away at the at the Topps Q&A on Friday, I believe, and I did not go to it because you had to sign up for it, and I think it was already filled up Wednesday for people that wanted to go. But yeah, this was the card. This is the reason why people go, is for whatever card they're giving away, and they gave away some Topps bags I saw were nice. But yeah, so 150 people got this card, 3 different styles, and they're each one numbered to 50. One of the dealers was selling it, and I felt like I got a pretty good deal. What he sold it to me for, I was trying to find the other 2 versions to this, to no luck, and I will be hunting for the other 2 versions of this one. But man, I am really, really happy to have this one in my collection. Ecstatic. And other pluses, that's a free case I got it in, that I got at somebody that they were giving away free samples. So very good. I was really, really happy to get that. Great to go on my PC for the Mets players, and he's starting to be a guy that I'm just going to PC altogether, kind of like David Wright for the Mets. And then this Pete Alonso, I picked up from selling. Picked up stuff from my dealer here in town. Brought back a bunch of stuff, and then some stuff that he wasn't looking for I thought he might like. So we made a trade. I traded him that stuff for this. Hopefully he'll go through it all a little bit better, and hopefully, he'll like the deal. He thought that's what I was going to probably do, and man, really love it. And I'm going to try to hit up another one in these boxes, hopefully a black or a numbered one of the altered ones, or even I saw a chrome version at the show signed, so that was beautiful. And another pickup that I was not expecting to get, same place I got the Stormtroopers at Baseball Card Exchange, a Wayne Gretzky 1982 O-Pee-Chee autograph, in-person autograph card. Great. And I will tell you the price of this. I asked, they didn't have a label on it, and I said, well, how much y'all selling this for? I was thinking, $175, $200. It's Wayne Gretzky, 1982, which I think is 1 year after his rookie season, if I'm not mistaken. And they came back with $99 for his jersey number, and I was like, oh, okay. They had 2 of them. I got to pick, and man, beautiful card. Again, PSA authenticated. Great for the PC. I love Gretzky. He's one of the few hockey players outside of Caps that well, he's the only hockey player outside of Capitals and a Bure and maybe a Lemieux, but I actually look for Gretzky stuff. And then, what was the one thing I told y'all on my Nationals video that I was going to for certain come back with? And that is a T206 Joe Tinker bat on shoulder. Really, I was looking, I saw a couple other ones. The back is what I really wanted. A lot of times the backs are damaged because they were put in family photo albums, which were glued in that time period. And man, the only part, it's got a crease in it. I couldn't afford it. I mean, it's a too good. It's got a MC for it, so it's probably, an authentic in most worlds, but that's all I was looking for. I just wanted a T206 to have in my collection. Maybe this will start something later. It's from the Sweet Corporal cigarettes, Corporal. So yeah, I wanted like a Joe Tinker or somebody that was some type of name, and they get. Thanks for sticking around. I'm going to talk a little bit about the National. Some of my things I liked, didn't like. I'm going to give it a grade real quick. B+, A-. And I'll tell you why it wasn't an A+. The Panini program is trash, and that's one of their biggest people that are there that promote it. They get the middle. They're there. I love their promotions they do with the kids breaks and stuff like that. Great customer service. Seems like people are real happy with their customer service that go there with their little corners being whitened and stuff. But their silver pack program, trash. Stop. Do the gold. Start with Thursday and do the gold. If you're going to do Prism, do the Prism. They were beautiful. Sunday was beautiful cards. They're worth 2 cards for whatever people were selling them for. But 2 cards for even $6, those paper things, trash, and the majority of the cards won't worth it. So, and it's flooded. There's just too much of it there at the show. Topps puts in, you can tell, work for theirs, and Panini, you need to work on that. The other problem is just the greed, which created Slabgate, which PSA, PWCC. Greed part of it. I mean, people were asking, doubling eBay prices, not on the whole. And you see one and you want to say everybody's doing it, but I did see some stuff out there, a lot of the newer stuff, newer autographs, the hot players, and they were asking for mint 10 prices and they won't grade it, or they were asking double for what the autograph is worth on right now going on eBay. And yeah, that's you can't even negotiate that, because you're going to negotiate down to the eBay price, which that's what it's going for. Is that a fair price? Yeah, if you're willing to pay for it. But it's an artificial pricing at that point to get it to that. Just price it at what you want to at that point and go, that's it, that's the price. Don't make the person feel like you're getting it for $50 less than what you're asking, and it's still the price that it's really going for. And I understand, these people are there for a business, to make money, but as a buyer, I'm trying to get it for the best price I can get it, and I want a fair price. I don't want to rip anybody off. I just want a fair price. Now with that's behind me. I don't want to talk anymore about that. I will talk about that more in other videos. That's the bad taste I have in my mouth from this show. But overall, I found a lot of generosity, people giving cards to other people, leaving cards behind that they didn't want for other people to go through. Things like that, man, that's great. Open up a pack. I had a guy give me a Virginia card. He saw me wearing Virginia stuff. Thought I like it, of course. I mean, Jerome, he hit some big shots for him in the NCAAs. Great card. I actually pulled one in a pack, but I love to have 2. And those type of things, that I hate to use the word karma, but it is. It comes back around. It's very circular in that motion. You give out good positive actions, and they come back to you. Negative, and negative definitely comes back to you. So, with all of that, great show, great people. Love talking to people. I don't get a chance to talk about the hobby in the depth that I get to talk to people about the hobby, because most people are very superficial that I know, because they're not in the hobby. They just have cards from when I was a kid type of thing, and they want to know two things: what's my oldest card and what's my most expensive card I have. And hopefully they never ask the third question, where I keep that card. So with that, great weekend, and I really do like it in Chicago. I went out and ventured around a little bit more than I've done in the past. This was my third time at Chicago. So I left the hotel and did some things this time. Not like I went out in the city or anything, just in the area. Went to the park behind the hotels and just walked around, got fresh air. It was really, really nice. That's the one thing it has over Cleveland is the venue area. But this time it just felt a little bit more spacious inside too. They opened a little bit more up. But he did have more vendors, I think. I couldn't tell if it was the same amount of vendors and spread out, or was there more vendors and they had to open it up. I think it was a little bit of both. But I can tell you this time I wasn't overwhelmed at all. From the time I went in, the awe factor was there, but then again, it wasn't like it was the first time. And I don't know if I'm chasing the dragon now or what, but it was kind of, that I kind of see, and when you first go in and seeing all the auction tables right there when you walk in, it's kind of like, man, really? Put them back in a corner somewhere. Give them a room to themselves. I'm sorry. For me, that was not. I want to go in and see the cards. I didn't even want to know if one of them was an auction. They had some T206s, and I was just curious of how much they were asking for it. Oh, we're auctioning that. And then I had to look. Oh, they're an auction house. All right, pretty. Nice card. And I walked off. But with that, those couple of things, I had a great time. And I don't know if I'll go to Atlantic City next year. I just, right now, it's not, I'm not I don't gamble. I've been to Atlantic City. It's not a nice city. It's not a place I want to go to. If I don't gamble, I don't know why I wouldn't want to go to it other than a card show. It's not Vegas. I can tell you that. It's not Vegas. So there, and I even talked to a vendor, and he said he was looking forward to it because there's not nearly as many vendors when they do it in Atlantic City as it is in Cleveland and Chicago. So I don't know. I say that now, but when it gets closer, I'll start getting that itch, and who knows? Hopefully, I might go down to Austin or one of the Fanatics that's in Chicago. I think it's later in the year. They do it there. So there's other shows, and there's some other things I might do next year instead of spending that money on that. So with that, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, give me some comment, feedback of what you think. If you went to the show, what you thought about it. Go out and support your hobby. And I want to mention this before I leave. Baseball Collector has a great video on his site about the Q&A. He videotaped it. Show my age. He recorded it digitally. So he has that on his channel, and it's great. He asked a great question about how many different brands that tops need out in the population, which I agree with. I've talked to my guy at my LCS for that one, and also a person asked about the allotment of boxes because he wanted to get a museum, went to his local hobby shop, and the guy couldn't get it. He could not get it. So those questions were great, and I think Topps kind of skirted around the allotment issue, which I'll talk about at a later date. But that was a great video. So with that, again, like, share, comment. Till next time, get those packs out, get to ripping. See ya.